In this short video, I will take you through the journey of registering a system in InControl and getting an overview of the compliance state, the security compliance state and vulnerability state of your system. The first time you log into your InControl, you get this dialog. This dialog shows you that you can choose between going to the demo account or continuing in your own account. In the demo account, you can look around and see all of the information that InControl is able to provide you. But this time we're going to continue in our own account. But before we really get started in registering a node, maybe it's good to see why you would need a tool like InControl. Over here I have an overview of the Center of Internet Security Red Hat Enterprise Linux Benchmark version 2.00. And as you can see here on the left, there are really a lot of rules that have to be implemented, that have to be configured correctly on your system for your system to be deemed secure. And as we will see later, most standard, freshly provisioned Red Hat systems are not very secure. And these are really a lot of rules, a lot of configuration things that you have to check to see if your system is configured. And a tool like InControl can help you get an overview of your system. So let's get started. InControl uses SSH to connect to your system. And the best way and the most secure way to connect to your system is through an SSH key. So we are going to use that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to register a new SSH key. As you can see here, the content of the key is not visible, not readable. So InControl tries to take care of all the things. It's a security system that might help you keep everything secure. So after we have created a key, we can start using this key. Here on the left top, you can go to the nodes menu, and here you can start to configure your nodes. So let's get started. I'm going to add a node called demo. This is the IP address. And there are a lot of things that you can configure about the SSH connection. You can specify the username to use. You can specify a password if you want to instead of the key. You can use the run as command. You can use different port. So all of the things that can be non-standard about SSH can be used in InControl to connect to your system. But like I said, we are going to use the standard way, and we are going to use the demo key. Over here you can select the type of functionality you want InControl to provide to you. And we are going to use the vulnerability management. That means that InControl is going to scan your systems for known vulnerabilities, and it's going to use these directories. And you can use default. For now I'm going to remove those two. But you can also add your own application directories, so InControl will start scanning those as well. One of the things to think about is how often you want your system to be checked. The more often you do this, obviously you get sooner feedback if something changes, but it also means providing some load on your system, so you have to find the best way for your environment to do. I'm going to start here with every hour. We also want Linux compliance to be checked. Also, again, you can select the time. Again, I'm going to select every hour. And we saw the sys benchmark previous, and I'm going to use that one. And this is going to be the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 version 2.1. There are certain profiles. A profile is a subset of the benchmark that we can apply. And I'm going to use the level 1 server here. And now I'm going to create a node. As soon as InControl has all the information it needs to get started, it starts, and you can see this by the turning icons here. This one is indication of fetching the information, so it fetches all of the information that's known about the system. And here you can see that it's going to fetch the compliance, and it's going to fetch the vulnerability. The turning icons will change into green selects, meaning that it's ready. And we're going to wait for that a minute. It's can take up to 10 minutes, maybe even longer, depending on the speed of your system and the amount of directories that have to be scanned. So here you can see that all of the 3 stages have been passed successfully, and let's look at some of the information that InControl can provide you. So we go back to the app, and here we get on the dashboard, and like I said earlier, 49% of the controls of the system, so the security rules on the system, fail. So that's actually quite a lot. And you can also see that we have 15%, we have 12 critical vulnerabilities on the standard fresh provision systems. I bet you didn't really know that. Let's look up some of the details. So we're going to look at the individual node. It's the demo node. And we are going to look at some of the current compliance details. And for all of the compliance checks that were done, you can see here all of the rules that have been checked, and obviously green means that they passed and red means that they didn't pass. And here you can get a good overview of all the things that are happening on your system and that are not configured the way they should be. In a later video we're going to move more into details of what is this information that's provided to you, and not only getting the information but also doing something about that, because InControl can help you take steps in securing your systems and making them more SIS compliant. So I hope I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you for your time.